Hello everybody, this is Captain RL with FLFishingSpots.com. Today we are looking obviously at the middle grounds off of the Gulf Coast of Tampa, Crystal River, Sarasota, Hudson, Homosassa, and Port Richey and Tarpon Springs, and a lot of other places. But anyhow, let's take a couple, we're going to look closer at some of these spots in a second. But first of all, I want to measure this for you so you guys that know this place know it's a long way. Everybody already probably knows and have heard that it's a long way out, and it is. So from Tampa Bay, which is right here, once you clear the bridge, you're looking at, to the south end, you guys can't see the mileage. It's at the very bottom of the screen here, but it's about 85 to 90 depending on where you start down here. A lot of good mangrove fishing at the bottom. I'm going to show you how big the middle grounds is a 50 mile wide, or excuse me, 50 mile run of good, good natural bottom. There's coral, fan coral, potato head coral, big ledges, lots of rock. It's just it's an amazing area out in the middle of nowhere is basically what it is. Okay, that's from Tampa. Okay, to the midsection from Tampa is it's over 100, and as you get up toward the top to the north end of the middle grounds from Tampa, you're looking at 120. All right, we'll check it from, let's see, coming out of approximately Tarpon Springs area, Newport Richey, you're looking at 70 to the bottom, 83 to the middle, and to the north end 100. So that's a little bit better. So when you're leaving to go to the middle grounds, if you leave out of Tampa, it kind of is what it is if you live there. But as you move further up, it gets closer. So from Crystal River into the channel there, you're looking at about 90, no matter which way you go. No matter where this is, it's still about 90 because of the axis it's on. Let's drop down to Homosassa and look at that distance. You're looking at 85 to 90, 95 all the way. So obviously the north of Tampa is a little better as far as mileage, getting to a little shorter. All right, let's look in at a little closer at some of these spots now that you guys know the distances approximately, and those are statuette miles, by the way, that I mentioned. You can kind of see the bottom here. Let's start at the south end, which is kind of my favorite to fish no matter where I'm leaving from. And I'll show you a couple things. And as you can see the depth contours here, and you got some major ledges here. They average about 6 to 8 feet up to about 20 and 30 feet, some of them close to 30-foot ledges. So this bottom area down here, the south end, it's also known as the mangrove bottom. Some people call it the southwest bottom, and the south patch. All this is really good fishing. Let's take a couple looks here. So the depths are an average about 130, and that's pretty much all over the middle grounds. But you'll have it go as low as 110, 115, and drop to 130, 140. So there's some big ledges out here. So that's kind of a look on the south end. We'll just kind of ease up. As you can see, the territory and the terrain is incredible. South end, a lot of good, south end and mid, really. There's a lot of good black snapper fishing, aka mangroves. And I mean, guys, around the full moon, you guys that like the overnight stuff, right when that sun sets around that full moon, certain times of the year, the mangrove fishing. I mean, you'll think you got an amberjack. You'll even think that when you see it at first. They can be so big when you first start seeing color. Like, well, maybe it's an amberjack. Man, there's mangroves out there that are giant. Not to mention all the different types of grouper, black grouper, reds. I mean, everything is out here. And for the pelagic guys that like to surface fish with live baits, butterfly jigs, whatever you use, I mean, you better be ready with a surface bait regardless. Even if you're butterfly jigging, you better be ready. And what we've done with a lot of these spots is we've put them out here, and it's in between spots too. We'll put it in the center of an area. As soon as you start your drift in any direction, we've made good on this to make sure. They're sitting on a good spot right on the numbers, but as you drift outwards from it, no matter which north, south, east, or west that you drift from that number with the wind or the current, you're going to come across more bottom. There's just so much there. These are not only good starting points, they're very, very good and proven numbers. And this is so far out, y'all, that this area replenishes itself regularly. So it's kind of, not say you can't ever overfish it, but it's kind of hard for it to be overfished because, you know, as you go west of here, it drops off into 300 or 400 pretty quick. So it gets replenished pretty well from deeper water by these, you know, by these deep water fish. So we'll take a look on Google Maps real quick, or excuse me, Google Earth. And here's that, so we can take a look at a couple of the comments. You can even see that some of this terrain on, if you look close on Google Earth as well. Now these live patches, like this one, just you'll get comments such as this. A lot of this transfers to your GPS as well. Usually won't get the whole sentences out of it because GPSs just don't have much space for comments. They're getting better about it. But this is you go to the Google map and look at these spots. This is the same name that you see right here. This is going to be on your GPS too, and in your coordinates list, your PDF coordinates list that we send. Most importantly, it's on your GPS because you can open this up on your phone or on your computer at home, and you can live patch 2 will be also live patch 2 on your GPS. So let's say you want to go to the far west end, you want to be looking at stuff over here. Well, there's live ledge S, and you can see what kind of bottom that is right here. This says north-south running ledges, and it's an endless ridge with live bottom ledges. So that tells you what kind of bottom that it is. That means anything can, when you see ledges and ledges and ridges, that's the kind of bottom that can house any kind of fish. You never know what it's going to have there. And I can tell you one thing, on those bigger ridges and those bigger ledges where it's a sharp fall or rise, a lot of times you'll get a rip on top of that, and that's where you're going to watch for wahoo, dolphin, and other pelagics on the surface. 40 and 50 pound king may swim by. There's just no telling. So, and leaving a live bait out all the time is sometimes a good idea unless the amberjack are eating it up, because you just never know what's going to swim by it. All right, we'll look up here to the high hill, which is the north, and you got some big ledges up here. You got some ledges that are 30 foot, like that one right there. The 30 ledge is one of the most popular spots on the north end of the middle grounds. That's to what's called the high hill, and it's called that for good reason. You got a couple of 30-foot ledges here actually, and I mean they're sharp and they drop quick. It's not a slope. I mean it's a ledge. So you'll be running along there in 115. I mean that sucker just drops out, you know, 145, 150. So that's some of the best ledges. But all this is a good area. And this is a very good, I think there's 150 or 60 spots in this conglomeration. All of them on very good bottom. So anyhow, that's a kind of a quick look at what it looks like up close. You can't tell very much on the images that we have on the site. You can tell that there's spots there obviously, and you can see how many there are, and it shows the location, but you just can't get a good look. So we like to do these videos to show you guys how that close-up view works in a few of the comments. So you'll get 2 Google Earth views. One has a NOAA map, works on some devices, not all. This is the view I'm looking at now is just a regular Google Earth view. It's called the SAT view file. You'll get a list of coordinates in PDF format, and you'll get your GPS files as well. You need a Windows computer to do that yourself if you want to load an SD card. If not, at checkout, just grab one from us. You can pick it up right there, very, very cheap, if you want to add a card and have it loaded with the spots you've ordered. So at any rate, if you have any questions, email us at gpsfishingmaps@gmail.com or visit flfishingspots.com. And you guys have a good day, and I hope this was helpful to you. And be careful out there, guys. It's a long way when you run this. So check the weather and all the good stuff. You guys know you should have a sat phone when you make this run, and an EPIRB. A sat phone at the minimum. Personal opinion only. But anyway, you guys have a good day, and until next time, fish on, and thank you all for your business and continuing support over the last 20 years. Take care, guys.